You overstepped no boundary. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back from the weekend. I hope everybody had a good weekend. It is Tuesday, March 17th, a little after 9:30. Our first order of business this morning is we are going to hear an proposal of amendment from Rep. Bartholomew on H 841, an act relating to miscellaneous animal welfare procedures. Representative, good morning.
Good morning. I am Representative John Bartholomew for the record. And as you said, I have an amendment to H 841. I'm sponsoring this along with Representative Nelson. And we need to be very careful when we consider changes to how we manage rabies vaccination in animals. So this amendment is really focusing on the development of a certified rabies vaccinator program. As a veterinarian myself, I generally support the bill, and I feel that any program that results in a higher rate of effective vaccination of our pets must be a good thing. However, after listening to the bill presentation on Friday, Representative Nelson and I were concerned that there might not be enough veterinary input mandated in the bill for the development of this program. Veterinarians generally are the individuals who oversee our animal vaccination efforts, both in domestic animals and wildlife. And veterinarians receive significant training in public health and epidemiology, often more than medical doctors do. I was also very pleased, though, that this bill had a section on training. So, I mean, obviously, training is really important. Properly administering, storing, and recording vaccination is critically important. The bill, as we passed it, though, on Friday, it says that the Director of Animal Welfare shall consult with Vermont veterinarians. And we felt that that wasn't specific enough. I met yesterday with the Director of Animal Welfare, Lisa Mylott, and the Executive Director of the Vermont Veterinary Medical Association. We all met together to talk about this, and we all agreed on some language that we think will make this better. So if you look at the actual amendment, do you have the amendment?
We do.
Yes,
We do. It is on our page.
It's a strike all of section 2, but it really only makes changes under A and C. And this is a section that directs the Division of Animal Welfare to adopt rules to implement the program. So basically what it does under C, you'll see that the wording now is the program, under A. The program shall work collaboratively with the Vermont Veterinary Medical Association for purposes of developing the rules and administering the program. So rather than simply saying shall consult with Vermont veterinarians, it's more formal role collaborating the VVMA. And then similarly under C, the program shall authorize the Division of Animal Welfare in collaboration with the Vermont Veterinary Medical Association to establish a program to train humane officers as certified rabies vaccinators. The Vermont Veterinary Medical Association is a logical choice here because they can identify veterinarians. They have identified veterinarians who are willing to work with a Director of Animal Welfare to develop the program. The VVMA has been around since 1898 and has 360 member veterinarians, and their goal is to promote animal well-being, public health through advocacy, education, and outreach. So they're well suited to do this and represent a lot of veterinarians. So it's not an involved bill. I'm going to stop short of saying it's simple. That's basically it.
Okay. Questions for the member? Okay. Yes, Representative Waters.
I just wanted to add that this is totally great, and anything I think that makes these programs moving forward and helps the Director of Animal Welfare get some clear direction on what's expected of her is fantastic. I'm fully supportive of it.
Okay, as this is on the floor this morning for third reading, and we do have 7 of us here. I would like to take a position on this now. So barring any further questions and or commentary, I will call for favorable thumbs. Representative Hooper of Randolph.
I'm like trying to put my thumb up on the screen. I'm like,
Can I get a digital thumb, sir?
Kind of redundant or verbal.
Verbal thumb?
Just say yes.
Just
or
say
no,
yes,
Jay.
Clock's ticking. I
He
can see
muted
that.
himself.
Can you
Jay, we need you to come back with your thumb. There you are.
just say yay?
yes.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you.
All right, that is a favorable thumb of 703.
Yep.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your time.
Thank you,
Thank
And
Representative.
you'll be presenting the amendment? Thank you. I assumed that with you sitting there, but it's like, I'm just asking all the clarifying questions today.
That's fine.
All right, next up, Chair James, how are you?
Good. Thank you for having me.
It's been a delight. We've had you in here, your physical presence,
I know.
once on the record, once off now, in a short period of time. I miss our talks. How are you?
Good.
Cool. So, yes, we have the amendment on our committee page. For the record, just introduce yourself.
Yep.
And tell us what your proposal is attempting to do.
Great. Yep. So I'm Representative Kathleen James from Manchester. And I am proposing an amendment to your Technical Corrections Bill 927. As it turns out, coincidentally, our committee had been talking quite a bit about the Joint Carbon Emissions Reduction Committee over the past couple weeks. We didn't know it existed. And we're surprised to find out that it's around and, has statute underlying it. And so we were talking about maybe trying to amend the underlying statute in a slightly more comprehensive way than what your committee has taken a look at. We were going to tinker with the number of meetings and what committees are represented and maybe even think about session law, like what do we want this committee to do over the summer and fall? Should they have a report due to the legislature in December? And we just didn't get it across the finish line before crossover. And lo and behold, to our surprise, and it's actually great, there you are with this on the first page of H 927. And you did one of the things that we were hoping to do, which was obviously add us as one of the important policy committees. But one of the things that our committee had talked about doing that we would have included if we had advanced a bill was to request that not all members or not all appointees be from the same party on both the House and Senate side. I think that was important to a lot of members on my committee, and that is my amendment.
Okay, so just the addition in these two instances of not all from the same political party.
So right now there's 5 on House, 5 on Senate. And it would just put down in writing, what often happens in practice, but just to be sure that, not all 10 members are from the same party. So there would be 1 House member and 1 Senate member who are.
Okay. I find this to be a clear proposal. So any questions from the committee for Chair James?
No, I think it's,
Agent.
So you consider this kind of something that would have been done anyway and just is a natural course of this type of a committee, and that's why it makes sense.
Yeah, we had a conversation on our committee about how, for all intents and purposes, it would have been really unlikely for the speaker and the pro tem to appoint, all Democrats on both sides. It usually doesn't play out that way, but I think we had some folks that wanted to see it in writing, and that's fine by me.
Standard practice may not necessarily be standard practice in the future.
Right.
Rep Coffin.
no, I like it because it actually lines up with the way we do other committees.
Mm-hmm.
They're not all from the same party, and this just makes it clear in statute. I like it.
I think it's honestly, I'm not going to go into a bunch of details on the floor, but I think it can be particularly important around policy areas that tend to become partisan and polarized. And, you know, climate policy is unfortunately one of those. So let's make sure that, you know, we've got more voices at the table.
Heard and understood, Madam Chair.
All righty.
With that committee, barring any other further questions and or commentary from the table, I will call for favorable thumbs on the amendment.
Yes.
Thank you, Representative. All right, that is 7-0 favorable. Rep. Coffin, please make a note. You will have to speak to that.
Okay.
I will walk you
Oh, I
through.
thought you were gonna introduce it.
No, so
Okay.
we'll run the
I'll-
play. I'll explain the process once we go offline.
I'll stick around for that.
Okay.
Right.
Madam Chair, thank you for your time. Anything else, committee? We got 9 minutes to the floor. That was a very, very effective block of time. With that,